5:53. I've been up for about 10 minutes or so. And as you can see, I'm not even ready to be up here. I didn't want to lose this feeling that I was having. So we're going to use a spirit talker. And we're going to see if we get any more information about good old little Miss Nancy, or any information about what happened. Okay. You don't have to live in Arizona to know what is going on. And it is now going on day 23 that Mrs. Nancy Guthrie was kidnapped. So I literally just woke up 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes, like that. So I haven't taken my meds, I haven't taken anything. I fed the dog, fed the cat, made my coffee, grabbed my phone, and then I'm like, okay, we're doing this morning. I am going to be focusing my energy on Nancy, and I'm going to be focusing my energy on her home. I get it, okay? I've never been kidnapped, nor have I ever kidnapped anybody, but I'm going to assume that when you do so, you don't stay at the house that you're doing it at. At that point, it becomes more of a hostage situation, not a kidnapping situation. Okay, well, I don't know how much memory I have on this phone, so we are going to be using the smaller phone for our spirit box. I'm going to be charging it while I use it because it's only at 66%. It might be okay. If not, then I'll plug it in. I'm like with my phones, like I was with my vehicles when I was able to drive before I became disabled. I freaked out if my car was at a half a tank. I freak out if my phone is below a half a percentage. So I just do. I don't think in the history of cell phones have I ever let my cell phone battery die. I don't think I have. I mean, the only time that's ever happened is if I get a new cell phone and I shut that one off and throw it in a drawer. Other than that, I don't think I've ever let my cell phone die. I don't think I have. Okay, so enough chit chat. We're gonna take our meds and we are going to get this party started. I do apologize ahead of time if there are some words that I am unable to say, or if I talk funny. I have a abscess tooth going on. Yeah, so I didn't sleep very well last night. It took me a minute to get comfortable and all that good stuff. So I apologize if one side of my face looks bigger than the other. That would be why. But anyway, I digress. So I usually try to take my meds, and I've taken them on camera. It's no big deal. I'm disabled. I'm allowed to have these. I try not to do it on the camera, but you know what? We're all grown-ups here. At least we're supposed to be. So you can't see what I'm taking. You don't know what it is I'm taking. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. I promise. I do have this, but I do not have my ring, so let me grab my ring real quick. Alrighty. Alright, let me get situated here. We are in the comforts of my boudoir. If you notice, the walls are a little barer than they weren't once were before. It's because me and Bubby have been, hence Bubby, have been busy, aka Bruno. Okay, his birth name is Bruno. His nickname is Bubby, and I've called him Bubby for so long, and I call him Bubby so often that he doesn't come by Bruno anymore. He prefers Bubby over Bruno, so that is what we call him, or at least that's what I call him, and then I've had everybody else call him that because he doesn't come by Bruno. That is his birth name, but he likes to go by his nickname better. But anyway, we've been busy. When I say we, I mean me. Been busy packing to move. So we have a lot of exciting new adventures coming our way. But anywho, I digress. Let's get this party started, shall we? Again, I'm not doing a reading with Nancy like I did the other day. I did two. The second one was not a very strong reading. I was hoping they were going to show me more. They did show me a little bit of flashes from the previous conversation that we had and things that I had shared with you. There were a few other things that they kept showing me, and when they keep showing me flashes of something, it's usually because I missed something. I'm not getting what they're trying to say, and they want me to understand it. So, like I said, I am a psychic empath, but don't compare my abilities to another psychic empath or a psychic medium or a medium or don't do that because we're all different. Okay. All right. So I am going to find the spirit talker. Okay, it's loading up. Hopefully it's not too loud. I did turn the volume down before I came up, but let's see. So it's loading. Oh. Okay, it's finished loading. And then I'm going to hit down here to turn it on, and the little ball is going up and down, which means it is on. And as you can tell in the reflection, I do have our fire going this morning. For you that have never watched any of my videos over on this channel, I use a fire as a soothing technique for me. So that is one tool that I do use when I do these, whether I'm connecting with my gift or I'm connecting with the spirits to the spirit talker. Either way, I use the fire as a soothing tool for myself. Okay, so again, like I said, I'm going to be focusing my energy mostly on energy, Gumtree energy. I'm Mrs. Gumtree, and what happened that evening and who did it. So spirits, if you can help us out, Nancy, girlfriend, I know you came through before. I know you, I feel your energy when I say your name. It's not very strong anymore like it was in the beginning, but I do feel her energy. And Forest. Forest, okay. What about the forest? Who am I speaking with? Can I have a name, please? And now, when I'm focusing my energy, and I forgot to do this, I am protected. I lied to you.
I lied to you.
I lied to you, okay? Somebody that lied to me. Again, I'm doing this right now before I go any further. Family, friends, please stay back. Remain back. Leave the floor open for love, light, peace, joy, pure, good intentions to come forward. Anything bad, evil, dark, black, unintentional, you are not allowed to come forward. You are not allowed to touch me. You are not allowed to enter my protective bubble, my protective atmosphere. You are not allowed here. Thank you. Okay. So we got I lied to you in Forest. Okay. Again, remember what I said. I am focusing energy on Nancy Gumtree. However, that doesn't mean that other spirits are not going to come through, that they're, it's not like I'm in a secret little room and, I am here. Spirits know when you have an ability. Some believe that everybody is born with an ability, and I can't I can't say if that is true or false. I don't know. I'm here next to you.
I'm here next to you.
Okay. Are you over here on my left side? Because it is a bit chilly on my left side. It's like an ice. It's like I'm standing next to a freezer with the door open. So we got, I'm here next to you. I lied to you, Forrest. I don't think, again, I'm focusing my energy on Nancy, but others are going to come through. And that's fine. If there are others that would like to come and speak with us, that's fine. But please if Nancy does try to come forward, please let her have the floor. Please. If there's anybody that has been watching over Nancy that knows what happened that night of February 1st, please come forward and say so as well. We need to find Nancy. My goodness, puppy. And I gotta keep my voice down a little bit. I'm getting a little too loud. Keep going.
Keep going.
Okay, keep going. What do you mean by that? Do you mean for the, and I'm not in that area. If I was, you best believe I would be helping. But I think this whole week, there have been volunteer search and rescue. And when I say volunteer search, well, I can't say, well, I mean, if they had to, I guess they could. But these are neighbors, and these are people from her area that are 12. Okay. That are, gathering together and going out there and looking for her. In fact, two times. So you know what? This tells me that those police officers, their men in blue, aren't doing crap for her. Twice we have had search and rescue find something that the police should have found weeks ago. I'm just saying. So Naso, he even went as far as putting out a statement to the public telling them to stop doing that, to stop going out and looking for Nancy because it was interfering. No. It's not that it's interfering. It's that your residents of Tucson, Arizona is making you look like an idiot and your entire police force like an idiot. Safety. I know, I'm sorry, I'm rambling on. But I'm just so angry. I'm just so angry on how this whole thing is going. How this whole rescue, how this whole mission, how this whole search for Nancy is going. I'm just so angry with that. Twice, residents and neighbors and friends found things very close to Nancy's house that the police should have found if they were doing their job correctly. And they didn't. They even had helicopters fly overhead. So they say. Yes, we can.
Can we keep talking?
Absolutely, we can keep talking. Is this Nancy? Is it somebody that knows of Nancy, that is close to Nancy, that can help us find her? So we've got, can we keep talking? Safety. 12. Keep going. I'm here next to you. I lied to you in Forest. Is there anybody here that can tell me, maybe not the exact location, but that can tell me where Nancy is at? Maybe you can give me some sort of clue. Some of them won't come right out and say it. I don't know. if it's because how we get looked at as phonies, how we get looked at as cuckoos, because we talk to spirits, because we can feel them. I think maybe that Tom. Nice to meet you, Tom. Is this somebody Tom? Is this somebody named Tom that came forward, or is this somebody who's involved? I remember I said you guys are more than welcome to come forward and speak to me, but I am focusing my energy on Nancy. So if you have any information about Nancy, please come forward and be clear with your message, please.
Abomination.
Abomination. Oh my. The last time we did the spirit talker, Nancy's name came through. Just as I was getting ready to get off, to end that video, her name came through. Now that could be herself, and that could be somebody that knows of her or knows her that came through and said her name. You know, alrighty, Spanish donkey. I guess this would kind of fit. Okay, Spanish donkey. Well, we are in Tucson, Arizona, so I guess that would kind of fit. It's not like she was in New York when this happened, so Spanish donkey, domination, Tom, can we keep talking? Safety, 12. I'm gonna say 12. When I was talking about the amount of people looking for her, that number 12 came up, so it could be somehow sort of linked with that. Keep going. I'm here next to you. I know. Are you still next to me? Because my left side feels very, very cold. Even with the blanket on it, I feel ice cold. And Spanish donkey. Okay. Was there horses or donkeys or something like that? Spanish donkey. How can I put this? Hazel. Nice to meet you, Hazel. Hazel's either a name or a color. My eyes are hazel. I don't know what color Nancy's eyes were, but Spanish donkey. Okay, were there horses or donkeys involved in that? Were they involved, or did they help in any way that night getting Nancy Guthrie away from her home? I gotta remember to keep my voice down. I'm getting too loud. People are still sleeping. Okay, so we have Forrest, I lied to you. I'm here next to you. Whoever is next to me, they're still very, very much next to me. Because it's cold. 12, safety. Can we keep talking? Tom, abomination, Spanish donkey, and Hazel. Okay. Nancy. I know the family and people close to you don't, and even people that don't drive. I am unable to drive. I'm sorry. But, okay, so I did ask the question, was horses or Spanish donkeys or something like that involved with removing her from her home, from getting her away from her home, and it said drive. So that's going to tell me no, that there was a vehicle. I mean, I don't know. You know, they haven't really shown you a clear aerial view of the location, they're showing like snippets. They don't show us the whole area. But what I have seen, I feel that it would be a lot easier to get away on a horse than a water vehicle in that terrain, in that the way, you know, it's very beautiful, very, very, very beautiful. But my cousin lives in Phoenix, so she's not very far from all of this. I've never been there. I've always wanted to go and visit with my cousin. I've never been to Arizona. I've always wanted to go to Arizona. So okay, so we know that they didn't get away on horseback or ponies or anything like that. Drive. So that was maybe a one-worded answer, but that was an answer to my question. Okay. Nancy, I know we all want you to be home and come home safe and well. I fear that that's not going to happen.
Died in the war.
Okay, well, we have an older spirit. This isn't Nancy. Okay, so I died in the war. Who is it that I'm speaking with, please? Maybe, I don't think there were any Spanish, well, there might have been a Spanish donkey. There might have been, I know there were horses in the war. I'm with my family.
I'm with my family.
Oh, okay. I did ask for Nancy. Nancy, is this you? Are you telling me that you are with your family? Usually that could mean two things: confirmation that they are no longer here in the physical world, or that they are no longer here in the physical world, but they are with their family. They're hanging out with the family. And that's fine. You are absolutely allowed to do that. That's absolutely perfectly fine. Army, okay, again with the army, okay. So I have a much older spirit. And when I say much older, I mean from the 1800s. We have Tom. Maybe Tom is the one that was that died in the war, and then again said army. So maybe that was Tom. Hazel could be a name or could be a color of something, which is usually eyes. So we've only really gotten one name.
Nose ring.
I have a nose ring. And if you don't believe me, here it is. Yes, I have a nose ring. That's your way of telling me that you can see me, or that you're here with me. I believe you. You don't have to prove it to me. Or is the person that took Nancy have a nose ring? Oh,
They did spells.
they did spells. They did spells. Okay. Can I have a name of who I'm speaking with, please? So I can address you better? And if you would like to know my name, you can always ask for what my name is. I would really love a name. I would really love to know who I'm speaking with. No, this is not Tom. Tom came in and said what he had to say. Like I said, I do believe Tom was probably the one that died in the war. And then again said army. Can we keep talking? That is in question form. However, it's not. It's a very pronoun. Is a spirit that has a lot of energy. I gotta keep my voice down. Jeez. Because it is a full sentence. However, I'm a protector.
I'm a protector.
Okay. Are you one of my spirit guides? Are you one of my protectors? Thank you if you are. Thank you for that. I would still love to know what your name is, though. Nose ring is confirmation that they can see me because they cursed.
Cursed.
Okay. They did say they did spells here. Okay. I'm still focusing my energy on Nancy. I am. This whole conversation, I have her face in my third eye. I'm focusing on her. Okay. So, could I please have a name? Please. We met Tom, and that was very polite of you, Tom. So thank you for introducing yourself. I don't know if you're still here, Tom, or if you just kind of came through and shared a little bit and were on your way. Again, I feel like Tom was someone that was in the army. Maybe he was the one that said, I'm with my family. Those are two very prominent sentences and full sentences. Not giving me a name, being stubborn this morning. I'm sorry, I don't know why sometimes when I do this, I belch. They're not being very light.
Light.
Alright, where are they? What about the light? I know I am dead. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you passed. But I would still love to know who I'm speaking with, please. Darkness.
Darkness.
Okay, we still haven't. I'm sorry, I have. It's like I have something sitting on my chest. I can't. Okay, the last thing to come through was light and darkness. We got both. I've never seen that before. So we have cursed, light. I know I am dead, and darkness. I've never gotten light. I've gotten darkness maybe once or twice, but I've never gotten light and darkness. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I would still love to know who I'm speaking with. This is not Tom. This is not Tom. But we have the Bluebird tarot that I have not had the opportunity to study them. My world's been kind of, as you can see, like I mentioned earlier, we are getting ready to move. So I haven't really had the time to study these, to learn these. I can't even get the box open, but I have had it open before, I promise. Except look, don't tell. Okay. Don't tell. That's them telling me don't tell. Now they could be saying it's me, or they could be saying to somebody else that is here with us. Okay, because you have to understand, it's not like they take turns. If they want to come forward, they are all going to come forward at one time with me. Sometimes the spirit talker is going bat cuckoo because they are all trying to get something out. This isn't always just one person. These are many people, it can be one. Don't tell. That that could be them saying that to another spirit, or that could be them explaining something that happened. I don't think it's a question form. It's more of a statement. Don't tell. Okay. Can I please know who I'm speaking with? Please. We have the Bluebird Lenormand deck that we are going to incorporate this into our spirit box sessions and into my reading. Maybe not the spirit box. Doctor. Okay. So is this a doctor I'm speaking with? Well, you've told me your profession. You've told me what you've done, but you've not told me a name. I would really love a name, please. There's a lot of interesting information coming through this morning. I had a lot of information. And you know, guys, when we have our investigators going out and using these tools, try to never disregard anything that comes through. I know sometimes investigators, because I watch a lot of you on YouTube and you're all fantastic. The ones that are honest anyway, okay, let me reframe. But don't disregard things that you are getting through the spirit talker, okay? Everything that comes through this has a meaning, has a purpose. It may not necessarily be what you want to hear, but everything has meaning. Just like they gave me confirmation when they said nose ring. I have a nose ring. That is confirmation. Empowerment. Okay. Empowerment. Was this a doctor who did bad things to people? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I feel like this is an older spirit coming through. I don't feel like it's a young spirit. And when I say old, I'm not talking age, I'm talking years. An older spirit, 1800s, maybe as early as the late 1700s. But I feel like this is an older spirit coming through. I'm feeling female vibe, so it could very well be a female that is coming through to share some of her story. Betsy. Nice to see you again, Betsy. Betsy's come through a couple times, but I giggled because I just said I felt a female energy and Betsy came through. Betsy, are you the one that was telling us about the doctor? Are you the one that said don't tell? Betsy's come through a few times. She can be a very chatty Cathy, but I love it. I love it when they're chatty. I want to, and even if it's, to the point of where I have to really dissect what I'm being told at one time to try to figure out who it is I'm talking to, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Betsy, as you know, I've been wanting to get a hold of Nancy Guthrie. Do you know of her? Betsy is an older spirit. Betsy is a younger spirit, but she is one of my older spirits. I mean in years, not in age. Betsy, are you still here, love? My spirits, And I feel like Betsy might be a spirit guide because she comes around a lot. I also get Dorothy. I feel Dorothy's probably another spirit guide.
You are resourceful.
You are resourceful. Thank you. Betsy's always very polite. Thank you very much for that. Betsy, do you know of Nancy Guthrie? Have you had the privilege of meeting her? Listening to the fire is so relaxing. I do have my window open, so you could probably hear traffic. I mean, I'm not on a main road, but I'm not. I'm in a subdivision, but I think we're only like the 5th or 6th house from the corner, so you can hear traffic every once in a while going by. Okay, so we got a lot of really interesting. If you just heard that, that was my stomach. We got a lot of really interesting information. Oh my goodness, shush. I don't want to scare you.
I don't want to scare you.
Well, I appreciate that. Is this Betsy that I'm speaking with? Betsy, honey, I'm calling spirits honey. If you have any information, please. Betsy, is this you that said I don't want to scare you? I think she's told me this before. I believe she has. It's very cold on my right side all of a sudden. Very cold. Like, if I touch my arm, it's like I'm in a freezer. Like standing next to a freezer. Stephen. Okay, I've gotten Stephen before, but nice to meet you, Stephen. I also have a son-in-law. I have 2 son-in-laws, actually, with the same name. My daughter likes the name Stephen. Certainly. Okay, I did just ask if that was her making noise. Okay. I do. My ex-son-in-law, his name is Stephen, and my daughter's current husband, second husband, is also Stephen, but he goes by Steve. I don't know if they spell it the same or not, but yeah. When she met her now husband, we're like, do you like the name Stephen, or is it just easier?
I was a witch.
Oh, I was a witch. Alrighty. Okay. Well, alright. I'm not quite sure what to say to that. Betsy or Stephen? Which one of you just said I was a witch?
This is sacred land.
This is sacred land. Okay. Now, again, I am focusing my energy on Nancy Guthrie. Tucson, Arizona. There is a lot of land out there that is considered sacred land. In the neighborhood, in the I don't know how far it goes, but I know in that area of Arizona, they don't have streetlights. And it is so dark at night that you cannot see in front of you unless you. The only way to get in and around is if you know the area. 20. Okay. Stephen, is that your age? Were you 20 when you passed away? When I say Stephen, well, obviously it's a male energy, but I feel a young male energy. I don't feel like this is an old energy, meaning I feel 1900s. I don't feel I attract mostly older spirits, meaning in years, not age. And it's rare when I get a younger spirit, meaning years, not age. And I feel like Stephen is a younger spirit. I feel like 1900s. Okay, 20. Was that how old you were, Stephen, when you left the physical world? Jasmine.
Jasmine.
Nice to meet you, Jasmine. Never gotten that name through before. I wish I could scroll, but you can't. However, there's this little blue folder right here that saves all of your sessions, and it saves them up for a year. I started using the Spirit Talker toward the end of last year, so my sessions, and I wish I'd known this because if I had, I would have kept them all. Once we get a new calendar year, it doesn't save all of those. I'm with family again. It's twice now we've gotten I'm with family. Okay. I do want to start printing out and saving my sessions so that we can go back and we can dissect these and really learn what it is the spirits are saying. Sometimes it's just them sharing their story. Age. I did ask him how old he was. So 20 was your age, Stephen? Okay. Young in age. Maybe Jasmine is the one that came through and said she's with family. When I hear the word Jasmine, I'm going to say late 18s to early 1900s with Jasmine. Again, they did say 20. I feel like 20 was Stephen's age because that came in before Jasmine. My goodness gracious, I'm playing this loud. Watched. What am I watching for? But it's not telling me to watch, it said it watched. Past tense. So that's them. They have watched. Did you watch something? I don't understand. What does that mean? I would really, really love to be able to tap in. To be able to tap into Nancy using the Spirit Talker. I just got a knock behind my television. I like the forest.
I like the forest.
Okay, we got forest. That was our first word that came through. Okay. Who is it that likes the forest? Sorry, there's a piece of hair on my blanket. I like the forest. Okay. Who is it that likes the forest? And it's not past tense, so it's not liked, it's like as in present. My coffee getting cold. I would really love to get Nancy to come through. Again, we got her name that one time, but it was toward the kindness. Thank you. Thank you. Who am I speaking with? Is this Jasmine that I'm speaking with? We did get Nancy to come through that one time, but it was toward the end of our session. I feel like if I had continued, she probably would have spoken more to us. But I never know what's going to come through. You know, you just, again, I am focusing my energy on her, on Nancy Guthrie. For you that have come through, do you know of Nancy Guthrie? Can you maybe tell us about her if you do? Nancy, if you have the energy, if you have the strength, please. Yeah, I checked,
Courage.
ooh, courage. Are you saying that I have courage or it takes courage? What do you mean? What do you mean by courage? Very nice words. Kindness, courage. God, I wish. Courage. I have to keep an eye on the time here. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Nancy, if you can hear me, love, do you prefer I speak with you without the spirit talker? If that is the case, please just simply say yes or no. Sometimes they don't want to use this. They want you to use this. And maybe that's the case with Nancy. Maybe she doesn't want to use the spirit talker. Maybe she wants me to tap into her the way I have and talk about it like that. I don't know. It's just we enjoy the company.
Enjoy the company.
Oh, well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying the company. Do others not come and visit you? Do others not try to talk to you? I am trying to train my hair, side note, from not having to wash it so much. So, I mean, I just washed my hair and it feels like it's getting, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and my hair is changing. I don't know. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
With a question mark. Okay. Are you ready? I was just fiddling with my hair. Is that what you mean? I can't answer that because I don't know what you're referring to. What are you referring to? It's weird that I was fiddling with my hair and this came through. Are you ready? More energy.
More energy.
Okay. Is that what you need? Do you need more energy? Nancy, and guys, please, I am not by any means willing the idea. I don't want her to be no longer in the physical world. However, it is day 20 free. She was a feisty lady, but she also had health problems. She was on a pacemaker. She was on blood thinners, and that's just to name a few. And being a psychic empath, I have to be logical. Even when I don't want to go down that road, I can't ignore what I'm feeling. I can't ignore what they show me. I can't ignore any of that. And it's unfortunately, I don't believe, and I say this, and I could be wrong, because maybe she is somewhere where I can't feel her energy, where I can't feel her vibe anymore. Maybe that is why, but I was so scared. Oh no.
I was so scared.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Maybe I'm speaking to her now. Okay, Nancy. Nancy, I am so sorry that this happened to you.
You must leave.
You must leave. Nancy, I need you to find your way to me and help me share so they can find you. Guys, I'm just being logical. I'm just thinking logically. And drive. Again with the drive, that's twice. Okay, drive. That means something. Nancy, I'm unable to drive. I need you to somehow find it. Find the energy. Find the will. It's twice that I got drive. And it was both times when I was talking about Nancy. Nancy, is this who am I speaking with? Nancy Guthrie? Is that who I'm speaking to? Nancy, give me some sort of sign or some sort of information that you know I will only know to prove to me that this is you. I need to make sure of it. I need to be clear that this is Nancy I'm speaking with. Oh, you're gonna hear my cat. Okay, it's gotten quiet now. A lot of it could pertain to her in so many ways. I'm innocent.
I'm innocent.
Okay. Give me a second, guys. I'm about to get it. Don't touch that. Don't touch that. Don't touch it. Get up here. Come here. Get up here. Get up here, lay down. No, she may nudge the tripod, so you guys might. Don't. Come on. Get up here. If you're gonna be in here, you gotta be good. Okay. So we have I'm innocent. Who am I speaking with that said I'm innocent? Oh, look at the bags under my eyes. Who is it that said I'm innocent? a name, please? Honey, let it when he knows. Let it when he knows.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. I know you're not speaking with me because I am not a sir, I'm a ma'am. So this could be a spirit having a conversation with another spirit. Again, remember guys, it's not like I'm sitting at a desk and one at a time is coming in. That's not how it works. Sometimes yes, for the most part, you will have one that comes forward. My death was peaceful.
My death was peaceful.
Well, that makes me happy to hear. That makes me happy to hear. That's always been my biggest thing. Anytime I do this, and I have had some come through that has confirmed whether or not their death was peaceful or not. But that's always my biggest thing. It's like the spirits that do come forward and energy that I feel and stuff like that. Was it peaceful? Was it, it's Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit.
Okay, that's the first. I don't think I've ever gotten Holy Spirit through. My death was peaceful. Holy Spirit, maybe that's them sharing with me what they remember after they left the physical world. Maybe they were guided by the Holy Spirit during their crossover, during their passing over. Maybe I can speak. Yes, you can.
I can speak through this.
Yes. Yes. That is what this is for. This device in my hand has words, and you can use these words to talk to me, to speak to us, to communicate. Harold.
Harold.
Nice to meet you, Harold. I feel like every time I bring up Nancy, they go quiet. I don't know why. I do feel like maybe Nancy did come through. A few times. I do believe she did. Sometimes they will give me their name, and sometimes they won't. And sometimes I have to figure out, okay, who am I speaking with? Was it Harold that said I can speak through this, and then he introduced himself? I feel very lonely. Oh no.
I feel very lonely.
See, stuff like this makes me sad. Because I don't think we should ever feel lonely. Harold, are you the one that said you feel lonely? I'm so sorry. Do you not have family around you? She's looking up. My cat. She was staring upward. You have cacas in your eye. We gotta get that caca out your eye. I'm so sorry for whomever it was that said they feel very lonely. No one. Francis. Well, nice to meet you, Francis. Francis is an older, just like Harold. I feel when I say Harold, I feel an older spirit. Francis, older spirit. When Stephen came through, it was a younger. Just saying his name, I feel young. I feel lighter in the chest, like it was a younger soul. It did say 20, so I don't know if that was him giving his name. Is there anybody here that can verify whether or not Nancy Guthrie is among the spiritual world now? Is there anybody here that can verify that for me? We are going to have to end this though. We are at our 1 hour mark, and I don't want to make it too long because for some reason it is getting harder. Not harder, but it's taking longer. And I don't know if I'm the only one that's dealing with it or if other content creators. Grandmother.
Grandmother.
Okay. Were you a grandmother? Francis, is this you? Were you a grandmother? Or are you saying that Nancy was a grandmother? Yes, yes, she was. But I don't know why it's taking YouTube so long to get things uploaded. Like I did was it like a 45-minute video, I think, the other day, and it took me almost the whole morning to upload a 45-minute video, and we're already over our hour mark, so we are going to be ending this conversation. Nora. Nice to meet you, Nora. Okay, spirits, we are going to have to end this conversation. When I end it, that means that you are not to stay, you are not to linger, that you must go back. You must go back to your loved ones, go back to your peaceful place. You are no longer, you are not allowed to stay here. You are not allowed to linger. Okay? So with that being said, I am going to close this conversation. I'm going to end this conversation. I'm going to close the Spirit Talker. I want to say thank you to all the spirits that came forward and gave me your name. Thank you for speaking with me today. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. And for my viewers, I'm wishing you love, light, peace, and joy. Nothing but positive energy. Again, thank you, spirits, so much. Once I close this out, you are not to stay, you are not to linger, you must leave. We will have many more conversations like this, I promise. But in the meantime, I need you to leave. Okay? And with that being said, I'm going to close it out right now. All right. So, we got a lot of interesting stuff. However, her name came through last time, so, but thank you all for watching. I wish you all a great day. You're gonna hear a school bus. I wish you all a great day. I wish you love, light, peace, and joy, and nothing but a positive day. And yeah, so thank you all for hanging out with me this morning. I was being pulled. I felt compelled to do this, and we haven't done a Spirit Talker session in a while, so I thought, well, we're gonna use the Spirit Talker. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. You all have a great day, and I will talk to you all very soon. But until then, chopping out.